I published my first book, my memoir, The Daughter of the Innocent Man, in 2024. Since then, I have expanded my literary work and to include a self-help book of encouragement as they navigate their creative journeys.
Hello, and welcome back to Authors, Writers, and Wannabes. I am Noelle, your host, and I have two guests on tonight with me, Miss Rainey and Mr. Donn. Donn is out of Texas, and Miss Rainey is currently out of Louisiana. Woohoo! So we got down south folks in here today. All right, so our topic today, which is Monday, February 16th, it is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we do live Facebook at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time every Monday. And we are on Spotify, Roku, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and some other podcasts, I'm sure. So today's topic is From Wannabee to Author. So can you guess which one is a wannabe and which one is an author? No, you cannot, because you don't know, but you will know at the end of this podcast. So Mr. Donn is a wannabe. That means he wants to write a book, but he doesn't know where to start. And he hasn't started yet, but he will hopefully soon. And Miss Rainey, she is an author, and her book comes out in 2 weeks. So first we are going to go with Mr. Donn so he can introduce himself.
Sure. Hi. Thanks, Noelle. My name is Donn Monroe, and I'm a businessman. I run my own company, but I've been asked by many people, how do you create a new product? How do you bring that product to market? What are the legal steps? What are the financial steps? What are the organizational steps? And so I thought it would be great to coalesce all of this into a book to guide people along those steps. And while I've worked on an outline where I've put together presentations, it's the putting the book together and getting the energy together that I think I need to learn a bit more about.
Now, Donn, I never knew. Now, Donn and I are good friends. We've been good friends for a long time. I never knew that you wanted the book to be like a business book.
I have different ideas, but that's the one that I want to concentrate on right now, because that's where I get a lot of questions. And I think that it could have an impact, an immediate impact.
Oh, it could. So did you watch, you didn't watch my first show or listen to my first show where on how to write a book and where to start? No, okay, so you're going to have to go back and listen to that episode. Okay. It's going to give you a lot of good insight, okay? And good practical tips.
Great.
Cool. All right, Miss Rainey, introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, I am Rainey Pavo. I am writing a fiction, which I didn't set out to become an author. It wasn't what I intended to do. I started writing just as a way to process emotions and ideas I had in my head. They were taking up too much space. So it was just a way to get them out, free up some space in my head. And somewhere along the line, it turned into a fully fictional novel.
Okay. So when did you first realize you wanted to become an author?
Honestly, it wasn't a thing I thought about doing until I started putting pen to paper. And I actually let some people read it, and they were like, "This is a book. You have a book here. You need to do this." And I said, "Okay, let me try."
Okay.
Let me try.
And you said
we're not saying try. We're not saying try anymore. We are doing now.
We're doing it. We're gonna put pen to paper, and we're gonna do it. So, you started writing this book when? How long ago?
I started about 2 years ago.
Right. Okay, so it took you 2 years to write your book?
Took me a little bit of time. Yeah, I took some breaks on and off. I was working a full-time job around it too, so I gave myself the grace to write as it came to me, write when I had the moments to write, and not push it, until I had something fully formed and ready to share with the world.
So it took you 2 years to write it. How long did it take you to edit it? Did you edit it yourself, or did you have a professional editor?
I did a couple things. So I got the draft finalized actually November of last year, so 2025. Did some self-editings. I got some beta readers, had them read it, give me high-level feedback, things to add, things to fix, just some thoughts that weren't mine and weren't my friends. They were anonymous people. Took those back, wrote some other drafts. Then I did have an editor proofread and finalize all of that for me.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. Now, did you do a pre-sale? I'm assuming it's on Amazon.
Yes, it's on all the places. So it'll be ebook and paperback, and it's all going to be Amazon, Barnes and Noble, all the places.
Now, did you do a pre-sale on Amazon?
It is. It is available for pre-order. It went up last week.
Okay, cool. So that means you'll get reviews on that book before it is even on sale.
Yes, I did have a couple ARC readers that, so they're starting to come in with some reviews on Goodreads already. So I've gotten some really good feedback, which makes my heart so happy.
Now, Donn is a wannabe, so you got to let Donn and everybody else that is listening know what an ARC reader is.
Yeah, so an ARC reader is an early reader copy. So basically, I just put it out there and told all these different groups, hey, anybody want to read my finished book before it's available to the public? It's a free ebook. They are encouraged, but not required, never required to leave reviews and give their feedback. You know, that
And
way
they're not supposed to charge.
No, they are not. It's
not
free.
supposed to
They're
charge.
getting a free book. I'm not requiring you to leave a review. I'm just saying, hey, if you like it, please go help and leave a review.
That's good. That's good. That's good. So Donn, an ARC reader. Get you some ARC readers before you publish your book and put it on pre-sale. If you tend to self-publish it now, you can go the traditional route, a traditional publisher. But there's pros and cons to both. There's pros and cons to both traditional publishing and self-publishing. Self-publishing, you own all the rights. You get to put it wherever you want to put it. But you're also very in charge of marketing that book. But Donn comes from a marketing background as well, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, I have my MBA in marketing, and I've been marketing for over 35 years.
Yeah.
But I've never marketed a book.
Right.
So there's some
and
nuance.
it's different. Oh,
it's totally different, honey. Oh, yeah. You're going to be like, how and where do I start?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I was wondering, you said, Rainey, that it took you 2 years to write. Why did it take 2 years? Were there fits and starts? Were there times where you felt maybe I'm discouraged, this isn't working? What took 2 years?
Or
was that
some
just
of it was
things?
Yeah, it was a couple of things, really. Some of it was just me taking my time with the story. A lot of it, I was pulling from the emotions of real events. So I would have to think and reflect back on things that happened. And that took a lot of mental energy. So I would do it and then put it away for a while and just kind of reset. Some of it was, it's a fiction book. I got to a certain point and I had no idea where I was going with it. I still had to finish working out the plot. So I kind of sat with it for a while. And then I was also doing it around a full-time job.
Now, Rainey, did you ever get writer's block?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Still do.
It's common. It's very common.
How did you deal with that? How did you deal with writer's block?
Sometimes it was just being okay not writing every single day, and letting it kind of marinate, going do other things, really looking at the world from a different perspective. Coming up with different ways to say the same thing. So like not saying it's cold outside, saying it's, the wind is biting today, stuff like that. Just kind of retraining my brain. And it's realizing that just because you're not putting words on paper doesn't mean you're not doing something that is going to be constructive for your writing process.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. You know what? I dream a lot. I dream like I'm a choreographer and I'm a dancer. So I dream of choreography. I dream of stuff to put in my book. So it's crazy how, you just said, Rainey, you don't have to always have pen to paper to be writing, right? For me, it's I dream of it and I'll wake up sometimes and I'll write it down. Sometimes I forget.
Oh yeah.
But that
happened to me Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday, I woke up at 5:00 in the morning with an idea. And I just had to go, I plotted the outline of a new story. Yeah. Just because I woke up in the middle of a dream.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, it's crazy because last week's topic was writer's block. So I'm gonna give you a few tools that we talked about last week in writer's block. So some tools that you can use: prompts, production, as in music, like you're listening to a song and you get some ideas from the song, right? People, like characters, right? And then pause, like Rainey did, like pause for a minute, right? but make sure you do a lot of research and planning. And then the guest last week said she was like an expert in this, right? She's I think an educator. She also said you can use like family trees and like memoirs and stuff like that, which was kind of cute, cool, and memories. So that, yeah, writer's block was last week, but this week we are talking about From Wannabee to Rainey, to writer, to author. And if you're just now joining us, we have Rainey and Donn on with us. Donn, we're going to go into you right quick.
Okay.
So when did you first feel like you had to write a business book on business?
Yeah, and it's interesting because I have two book ideas, and one is more creative, and it's a fiction book, and then there's the nonfiction book, which is the business. The business book came about because I have a product line in the marketplace that's doing quite well. It's really successful, and people are.
And do you want to share that?
Sure. Simply Styling. It's a line of hair care products called Simply Styling, and they're doing extremely well. So I've been asked, how do you come up with a consumer product? I've been asked by former colleagues in business who are still working for another company, but they'd like to be an entrepreneur and work on their own. And so they've asked me, what are the steps to coming up with a new product? And that's where the idea of a book came into mind. Okay. The other idea, the fiction book, is just based on events that are happening in our world right now. And I hit a point where I was not sleeping well, thinking of all the things that are happening in the world. And there was an idea that kept coming back to me that would help me go to sleep. And I said, why don't I create a story around this? And it's a very compelling and interesting idea, but where I'm stuck at, and I have an outline, I have chapters, but I'm stuck on coming up with the story. And maybe it's because I get to be a perfectionist at times. And so I'm struggling with
how to
come up with the right, how do I come up with the right words here, the right sentences, the right paragraphs, the right flow. And one thing
I think you just need to start writing. I mean, all of that comes with the editing process, I think. So
let it be very messy.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be all over the place. Donn, when I was writing my book, sometimes I would be at your house and I would have a piece of paper, a napkin, and I would just start writing. And I had to compile all of this stuff and make it into a book, right? Now, you don't want to be as messy as me. But if you want to get a notepad, or you want to get your laptop and just start writing, or maybe get your phone and just start talking in your phone, I mean, just start somewhere. And when you start, that might be chapter 7. It may go in chapter 1. Maybe start at the end. Do you have an ending to the book? Start at the end. It's going to give you just start.
Just start writing. That's helpful. And writing is a messy process. That helps also.
So do you think that that's the only thing that's holding you back, is not knowing where to start?
I think that's it. Not knowing where to start, and I've read some incredible books, and I look at some of the people that I've read, and I'm like, wow, how can I come up with something like that? I need to focus on my book though, and so
right. So
is that one fiction?
Yeah, it is a fiction book. The idea that I have, and so.
So do you think that a fear could be that you are, of course, wanting to be a perfectionist, but you want to have your book as good as their book?
I think in the back of my mind, that's kind of hard. I went to school with Dan Brown, who wrote the Da Vinci Code. Yeah. I can't live up to the Da Vinci Code. Dan is a genius.
You can live up to you, though.
That's what I have to do, is say, yeah, let me live up to me.
Yeah.
I'm writing the Da Vinci Code. So I got to, yeah.
That's what I had to do when I started writing. I'm not writing and trying to compare myself. I don't compare myself to other people anyway in real life. But Rainey said it took her 2 years. It took me 5 years, Rainey, to write my memoir.
Yeah.
It took me 5 years.
What you're lacking is not ability, it's permission. You're lacking the permission to let yourself do it and let it be messy, the first draft.
Yeah.
That's good.
And Donn knows it took me that long. Donn is one of the persons that helped me edit it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You would think that book is 600 pages because it took me 5 years, but it's only 200 pages because the editing process of that book. I removed a lot of stuff from that book in my memoir because I didn't want the world knowing some of the stuff that I've gone through, and I didn't want my kids. My kids were the most important thing in my life, and were are the most important thing in my life, and I didn't want to divulge some information that would embarrass them. You know what I'm saying, or make them not want to talk to me anymore.
Yeah.
So, but writing a memoir is much more difficult than writing like a fiction book, a romance novel, or some type of thriller or something like that. So, my next book is it a romance book? I'm on chapter 5, and I'm writing in order. But you know what? I'll probably go to the ending now because I'm like, I have writer's block, and sometimes I'll listen to songs like lovemaking songs, and I'll get ideas to put in the book, which is kind of cool. So I'm using production, to help with my writer's block in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I find too, especially with fiction, if you know your characters really well,
yes,
let them have conversations in your head, and that itself just writes your book for you.
It does. It does. Now, Rainey, how long is your book? How many pages?
It is about 41 chapters.
Is how many?
About 41. It's only about 6,500 words. It's 65,000. I'm sorry. It's not super long.
Oh, okay. So 65,000 words, 41 chapters. That's a lot of chapters, though.
It's a lot of chapters.
Yeah. So I can't wait for that. Okay, what's the name of your book? Let's go into that.
It is, yes, The Guilt of Wanting.
Okay. Do you have a copy that you can show?
I have a proof. I have a proof.
Oh, cool. Hold it closer. Let's see. The Guilt of Wanting. Okay, cool. What is it about?
Yeah. So it is about a character named Lydia, where you kind of follow her over a 12-year span of her life, as she kind of explores herself. She learns herself. She goes through relationship issues, guilt over the things that she wants because she thinks it's not what other people want for her. But it's really kind of her learning her identity.
So, what was the biggest mindset shift that you had at the beginning?
Learning to be comfortable in the discomfort of it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. It's very uncomfortable. Writing is deeply personal, so it's putting parts of myself on a page, which is very unnatural for me. I am not a put myself out into the world kind of person. Social media freaks me out. Like, I am not, for the longest time I said I was doing a faceless social media for all of this. But I'm learning to sit with the discomfort.
Now, did you use a pen name or did you use your real name?
It is a pen name.
It is a pen name?
It is a pen name.
Now, is Rainey a pen name?
Yep.
Rainey
actually was a nickname. So in college, when I was in college, everybody called me Rainey. So that just kind of fit.
So tell Donn what a pen name. Tell Donn what a pen name is.
Yeah, so it's just a pseudonym. So it's a name that I'm publishing my book under. And it really, for me, it's kind of keep my work, personal life separate from my author life.
I was going to ask why. So, okay.
Got it. That's really the main reason. It's just to keep the two worlds separate. So that when you're Googling book stuff, you find it under Rainey. When you're Googling personal stuff, you find it under, and I hope we're not Googling personal stuff, but when you're looking on Indeed, you don't see the author stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, do you plan on writing more books?
Okay, so this started out as just a solo project. I really didn't anticipate publishing it until people were like, no, you need to. I'm like, okay. Once I started getting feedback from like the beta readers and editors and stuff that they said it's good, the story didn't feel, the story itself felt finished, but the world that I built did not feel finished. So it has since turned into a trilogy or a trio. I'm going to call it a trio because it's not continuous. It's going to be, there's 3 main characters. And so And this book is just in the female main character's point of view. So the other two books are going to be from the other two points of views.
Gotcha.
So they kind of all run parallel in a sense.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. So do you have a timeline for when you want to get those other books out?
Yeah. So I actually finished last week drafting the second book. So the first draft
Girl,
of the second book
you
is
go,
done.
girl.
Yep. So that one anticipated for February of next year. And then the third one will be probably July of next year. And then between that, I actually finished a totally separate book. So I have one coming out in October that's totally separate from this trio of books. So I have 4 coming out in the next 2 years when I intended on publishing none. So
that's good. That's good.
Once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with you, Rainey, and then Donn, we're going to go to you. I'm going to ask the same question. When do you think someone officially becomes an author, Rainey?
It's funny because we were talking about that the other day with one of my friends, and she called me an author. She's like, "You're officially an author." I'm like, "When did that happen?" Because I couldn't pinpoint when that happened. She said the smartest thing I've ever heard, I think. And she said it happened when I let it happen. Oh. I became an author when I let myself become one. Even though that wasn't like a single moment, it was kind of a slow realization for me, where at some point along the process, and I think it was the time where I had my drafts finished and I had beta readers and ARC readers reading it and giving me real feedback, that I finally said, okay, I'm an author now. Like, this is happening.
All right. Donn, when do you think someone officially becomes an author?
I was thinking the same thing, but I'll take it a step further. I think it's when you actually commit, because I haven't committed to it yet. I have ideas. I've put ideas on paper. I've organized an outline. I've come up with character names. I have not yet committed yet. So I would not see myself as an author until I actually sit down and begin the process of authoring, of writing these down, going through the dirty process and allowing it to be messy, and have an idea over here, an idea over here. Okay, here's the ending and here's this part, and starting to patch it together. I think that's the authoring process. And at that point, when I'm going through that process, I would say, okay, I'm actually being an author now.
Okay, so let me tell you guys why I named the show Authors, Writers, and Wannabes. So a wannabe is a person, okay, who has got these ideas similar to Donn and wants to write a book but have not started, okay? That's a wannabe. Also, I think a wannabe is someone who has asked ChatGPT to write them a book, has copied and pasted that, and has published a book. That is a wannabe, okay? I think a writer is one who has began to writing, who is not yet published. I think an author is a person who has self-published or traditionally published a book. That becomes, I think, when you're officially an author.
Interesting. So
that's just my insight. That's why I named this show that. And I wanted to just.
So are we saying published or pre-published?
You're an author. You have put it out
because it's out there. It's out there.
Yeah, you have put it out there and published it. You're an author. Yeah, you're an author. Yep, that's pretty cool. All right, so Rainey, is it when you finish the book, publish it, sell copies? So do you think the amount of so of course a self-published person, author, is going to sell less books than a traditionally published? Would you say?
Unless they're super, super like on point with their marketing and know how to market a book like a publishing house.
Yeah.
Probably so. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know anybody? I don't.
No.
No. Donn, do you know a self-published author who has made it big time?
No. I know a self-published author who has not made it big time.
And who's that?
Somebody, it's not you. It's somebody that
I was about to say, damn, are you going to say me?
No, I'm not going to say you. No, it's somebody I know, actually. Who, actually.
Hey, I'm on my way to the big time, okay?
Give him a plug.
This is interesting. This person actually is not self-published. They're published, but they're published with the wrong publisher.
So they have a vanity publisher.
So they have somebody who said, I can publish your book. And this person is out there doing pretty much nothing, or whatever they have done, they've kept the money themselves.
So that's a vanity publisher, which I totally am against.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Because most of the time they do not do anything.
Yeah, they
I
don't
mean,
do anything.
they have just created an LLC, a publishing company, created an LLC, and now they're saying they're a publishing company and they want to take your money.
Exactly. And that's all
Because
that's
when you
happening.
publish a book, if you're not traditionally publishing a book, you should not be coming out of any money.
Yeah.
I mean, like
You can do that yourself through Ingram.
you can do everything when you self-publish a book,
Sure.
you know?
And build it up as much as you can, I would imagine, and then attract the interest of a big publisher who actually can take it to the next level. I
Right.
used to be in the music business, and publishing it is the same way. You come up with something and you build it up, this album, build it up on your own, and then let the majors come and say, hey, we'll take this to the next level for you. But if you can do it on your own, I would imagine that's the way to do it, is to do it on your own as much as possible. Just from a business perspective.
Yeah, it is difficult to publish a book, but I mean, it can be done, you know. A lot of people don't know, you know, how to market their book or to market themselves, period, you know. Like there's this one gal on TikTok. I don't know her name and I don't want to give her a shout out. No free shout outs. So Rainey, if you know who I'm talking about, don't say nothing. But she's always talking about creating like these little video clips, you know, if you're an author. You know who I'm talking about, Rainey?
Oh, probably. They're all saying that.
Yeah. You know, if you're an author, you need to listen to me, create this, you know, and she'll tell you how to create clips, like put something in segment 1, segment 2, segment 3, and, you know, write this, write that, write this. And I'm like, it's kind of like but it's like, how do I do that on a memoir? You know? I don't think that's for me.
Yeah, they're geared for fiction. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be for like a fiction, romance, thriller type book. So I haven't figured that out on the memoir part of it. But let's go back to the question: how important is confidence in the writing journey, Donn?
I think confidence is important, and that you know you have something to talk about. But as I'm listening and learning more from you two, you can't be confident. Let the confidence hinder you from moving forward.
Correct.
You can't let the lack of confidence hinder you from moving forward.
Now, how do you think if a person is not confident within themselves, how could they be confident in writing a book? Right. So it starts with self. Don't you think, Rainey?
I actually kind of have a hot take on this.
Oh, yeah. Tell us.
Hot take. I don't think it's important at all.
No?
Hear me out. Confidence is a byproduct of discipline. Discipline is your engine. So when I started this, I was not confident in my ability. I became more confident as I practiced and as I wrote more. So I didn't need confidence to start writing. I needed the discipline to start writing.
Why do you think that your confidence built as you started writing?
I became more comfortable. I felt my skill in and of itself just grow. And it was part of the learning process. I got disciplined in trying to learn the things, researching the things that I needed to know, how to publish, how to write, read what other people were writing, doing a lot of reading. Reading the good, the bad, and let my skill grow from there. And therefore my confidence grew. So it wasn't the confidence I needed to start. It was just the discipline to start.
Gotcha. Okay. That's a good one. So do you think that applies to only first time authors, like their first time book? I think once you start writing, like on your second, third book, your confidence will be out the roof.
You know? Yeah. I think it's only going to go up from there. Yeah. It's only going to go up.
But what if your first book doesn't sell? Do you think you lose confidence? Huh.
I've actually heard a lot that the more books you have out there, the more your first book will sell. So like, I kind of don't anticipate this book doing very well because that's all people have to read. And they're going to be like, oh, well, it's one of 3. The other 3 aren't out yet. I'm not reading it yet. And then once I have more available and they can read all 3 at one time, that's when I anticipate seeing more happen with this first book.
Donn, what did you want to say?
For me, no, because it wouldn't be tied to sales, because if I write this book, it's because I have something to say.
Right.
And I don't really care if anybody buys it or not. I mean, that would be nice, but it's more that I have something to get out of me. And so the sales really wouldn't affect my confidence level at all.
You know what I hear? So I'm in quite a few Facebook groups. I don't know how many you are in, Rainey, as far as author groups, but I'm in quite a few, and I hear that all the time, Donn. I don't care if this book sells. I'm just writing a book. I have something to say, so I want to put it out there.
Yep, exactly.
Do you think your mindset will change after you've written that first book?
I don't think so. No. I mean, I'll give it away to a bunch of people.
Yeah, I've given my book away. Yeah. I've given a lot of books away.
Sure. Yeah, there's certain people who I want them to read it. I want them to see it. I want them to feel it.
Yeah. You have a story to tell, and you want the world to know your story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And my background, particularly in hair care, I'll give my product away. I'll give bottles of Simply Style away, no problem, because the word spreads. And people are like, oh, this is hot. You need to buy this product.
Right.
If my book is good and I give it to a bunch of people and they're influencers in a way, they become influencers in that way, they could kind of propel interest in the book. So, yeah, I mean.
Donn, I think you have a really good story to tell, and you need to start writing tomorrow, maybe tonight.
It won't be tonight.
Hey, Rainey, when you started writing, did you have self-doubt?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the other reason it took me 2 years to write is because I doubted my ability. And then it was towards the end of that second year where I really hit my stride and found my groove and figured out the story I was really trying to tell.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit more. You doubted your ability. What is it that you doubted? Did you doubt your ability to tell the story that was within you? Did you doubt that your story was valid? What was it that you doubted?
I think I doubted the story a little bit itself, that the story I had wasn't worth telling. It wasn't necessarily a new idea. And who's going to bother reading it if it's not a new idea? But once I kind of got away from that and realized, hey, it was therapeutic for me to write it. I wrote it for myself. And then I started letting other people, and they were like, no, this triggers me in a good way. I relate to this so much. Other people need to read this.
Gotcha.
I self-doubted myself on the first book. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good enough. It's not going to be worth reading. You know what I'm saying? Because a memoir is, not all people, if a person doesn't know you, why would they want to read your book, your memoir, But I had a story at mine is more than just, the daughter of the innocent man. I had a story behind that. So that's why I wrote it. But, I also said, hey, is it going to be long enough? It's only 200 pages. Is this really a book? It's all kind of stuff. And then I try, at times, I would self-sabotage, and then I just had to start thinking, Noelle, this is a good book. Donn, don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. I think it's an excellent concept, and it's ownable. Only you could write this book.
Right. Only me.
That other people could write with research and and doing the work, but only you could write this book, and that's what makes it really interesting.
Right.
You also could have gone and got someone else to write it for you, because there's a lot of companies that'll write memoirs for you, but you wrote it, so it's personal for you.
Gotta be a ghostwriter.
It's got even more of your heart.
Yeah. I could have got a ghostwriter, but no, I wanted to tell my story the way I wanted to tell my story. And even in my self-help, my self-discovery journal, I wanted to tell a story, and I wanted to, because my self-help journal, self-discovery healing journal is for people who have gone through a divorce or a breakup or a separation, of some sort. So it is a healing journal to help them heal. It's also a prompt journal. There's, you'll answer some questions in there. Talking about a prompt journal, I got, Mr. QM Gatlin sent me his book, to tell you guys about. It's a poetry book, and it's called Beautiful Chaos, a free verse reflection. So on the back of his book, it says, when was the last time you paused to check in with yourself? Beautiful Chaos exhibits a collection of poetry with a window for introspection, lighting a path for examining an array of thoughts and feelings. Drawing from life's emotions and vicarious experiences, Beautiful Chaos provides imagery for an array of lyrical written passages, every illustration adding to the voyage in each new chapter. Take a self-guided journey through the land of chaos and find beauty along the road traveled, as no path is the same. Journal reflections are self-paced and can be done together over time. Each journal space ushers readers through emotions with self-reflecting questions that are direct, compassionate, and open-ended. Are you ready to take the challenge? Tap into your inner monologue with possibilities of self-discovery. So I started reading this, and it was cool. So when I was flipping through it at first, when I opened it, it came in a cute little package. It's kind of like a prompt journal, a little bit. So it has affirmations, write your affirmations down, your priorities, all that food for thought. And I bookmark. Oh yeah, he sent some cute little bookmarks too with this book. So I went to AA. I was an alcoholic, still am. Well, once you're an alcoholic, you're an alcoholic forever, right?
Mhm.
But I did slow down my drinking tremendously. I'll have a drink maybe once a week, maybe not even once a week. Okay. So one of in the chapter it says sobriety, right? And I want to read this part. Sobriety. Can't really decipher if it was the thoughts or the need. Hands shaking and head filled with massive sweat beads. Thoughts racing and running rapid with my mind spinning around. If I don't get what I need soon, it's a chance I might drown. It shouldn't be this hard to get through my day. What have I started and done to cause my body disarray? I promised I would stop and I could quit anytime. I still manage to have good days. I am still in my prime. This time will count and I will quit now for sure. Fall 10 times and get up again. I grab the knob to walk through the chosen sober door. I thought that was pretty cool. Huh?
That is cool.
Yeah. So y'all, if y'all want a beautiful chaos, that is a free verse reflection. You can get it on Amazon. It has chapters in here, and within the chapters, it has little poems, and I think they're really cute poems. And it comes.
I love that title too.
Yeah, beautiful chaos, huh? We all have chaos in our lives, don't we?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're just now tuning in, I have Miss Rainey on and I have Donn on, and this topic is From Wannabee to Author. Donn is a wannabe. He is wanting to write a book, but have not started. Miss Rainey is an author, a new author, and she has a book that's coming out in 2 weeks, and her book is called what again, Rainey?
The Guilt of Wanting.
All right.
Guilt.
What
All
did
right.
no one tell you about writing that you learned during the process that was new to you?
Honestly, no one told me anything about writing. I kind of went into this as a solo project and just learned on my own, learned how to do it.
Was there
Did
anything
you like writing when you were in school?
I did. I was always decent at research and writing. So actually the first time somebody told me I should have wrote a book was when I was like early into my professional career, and I made a comment about leadership, and they were like, oh, you should write a book about that. I actually started, didn't get very far because it read like a research paper. So I was like, this is just a research paper. I don't want to publish a research paper. I want to publish a book. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So I self-sabotaged myself there. I internalized that I couldn't do it.
Yep.
Gave up.
And you need to go back to go back to that paper and turn it into a book.
I do. I still have it on Google Drive. I did actually go look at it the other day. It's in my Google Drive. And I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, no wonder I gave up on this. Probably a good idea. So now that I'm in a writing groove, I might have to go back and look at it.
That's great.
So, Rainey, have you ever told yourself a lie when writing?
Yeah.
I can't do this. That is a lie.
Yes. All the lies. I probably said them all at some point in time that I didn't have time. I wasn't good enough. Yeah. Nobody was going to read this.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Donn, have you ever told yourself a lie when, like, let's say you got the outline, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you told yourself a lie while writing the outline, or, finishing the outline, or not starting the actual writing process?
No.
No,
I don't think I've told myself a lie. I mean, when I'm in the process, I'm very confident. Like, I understand exactly what I'm doing. I just have to, and I'm going back to what Rainey said that was really revealing to me, is that I have to allow it to be messy. I have to allow myself, I think I will be freer and I will explore more if I allow myself to be messy. And then later come back and clean it up. But
so Donn, what would help you move forward?
I think it's just sitting down and writing. It's exactly what you all have said. Just sit down and just start writing. I had one of my best friends in college. The way she used to write was the first time I saw this is, and she was Phi Beta Kappa. She was straight A, and nobody at my college was straight A. And she would write, and then she would come over here and write this, and then she would write over here, and she would write her papers this way, and they were all over. She'd have an idea up here, and she'd put an arrow over, and she would circle this. She'd go onto another page and write something, and then go back to the first page, and that was so confusing to me. But she was allowing herself to be messy. And today she's an incredible professor and author today. But that's still her process. It's putting things all over the place. I have to allow myself to be messy.
Hey, Donn, I want you to write this down right quick. And I want the people out there who are wanting to write a book or any type of project that you're doing. This website is called storyenginedeck.com. And that is exactly what you just said. Put a sticky note up here, sticky note up there, but it is done on the computer. Okay. Instead of taking a storyboard. So your storyboard is now on the computer, and you can do a story and do that on the computer. So maybe that will help you, Donn.
Yeah, that could help. I like that.
Storyenginedeck.com.
Okay.
Also write this one down. History Quill. I think it is HISTORYQUILL.com.
Okay.
Okay. So again, when is the perfect time? I don't think you said that. When is the perfect time for you to start writing, Donn?
I think it's when I find the space, the time and the space to sit down and just breathe and think. I think that's it. If we're just talking about just straight up time, I think that's when it is.
I think when you want it bad enough. What do you think?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a story to tell, but you don't want it bad enough right now.
Yeah. I can see that too.
Yeah.
I can see that too.
Yeah. But I think you'll get there. I think you'll get there.
I do too.
So, do you wish you would have some type of support? Do you need a support system to start writing?
I don't think so. I mean, the people around me that I've shared the idea with, and that's a great idea. You need to get that out. You need to get that out. So from that point, I think it's helpful. But beyond that, it's really on me to get started. I can't think of what support I would need beyond that.
Yeah. Rainey, let's go back to you. So what advice would you give your former wannabe self?
Probably to stop fighting myself. Stop fighting myself and just do it. Just get it out. Put it on paper.
Just get it out.
Let it be messy.
Yeah. So what does nobody tell aspiring writers? How hard it's going to be to market?
Like they had, marketing for sure. But also they look, because they're marketing, like they had it all together, like their story was perfect from the beginning, and it is not. It probably went through 6 different drafts before it got to something readable.
Oh heck yeah!
Let it be messy. Let people read it. Let them give you feedback.
Yeah, and don't be opposed to the feedback. Don't get offended when someone says something about your book, right? When it's still in the draft process, don't get offended, because I mean those are your readers.
Honestly, I was getting more upset when people were giving me good feedback early on. I was like, no, there's got to be something I need to fix. Give me the bad stuff. Don't sugarcoat it. Give me the bad
dang,
stuff.
girl, that means you were really good. You self-doubted yourself, girl. Okay,
I self-doubt, but I also am really good at getting feedback. Like I want feedback, so I can handle it both ways.
So how important is action versus talent? What do you think, Rainey?
I think talent can be developed. Talent can be trained. It can be learned. It can be grow over time. Action requires bravery. And until you have that, you won't develop the talent.
That's a good one, girl. Say that again for the people in the back.
Talent can be developed. Action requires bravery.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm going to write that down. Hold on. That's going to be my new quote, girl.
That is good. I agree.
That's a good one. You says actions require bravery.
Talent can be developed.
Talent can be developed.
Talent can be developed.
See, this is the stuff you get from me when I have the questions in advance and I know what's coming. I can get all the good stuff.
Huh. I'm gonna start sending out the questions to everybody when they ask for them. Sometimes I'm like last minute, so this was a last minute type show, and I'm glad because this is a really good show. Yeah, it's a really good.
Look,
show.
And you told us we had an hour. We could probably keep going longer than an hour.
Well, good girl. Somebody has to come on at 8:30. Somebody else needs StreamYard at 8:30. So that's what we use is StreamYard. We use StreamYard to for our podcast.
To manage the podcast.
Yeah, and
so they have so many rooms that you have to book a room.
Yeah. So we're on the BS3 network through StreamYard.
Cool.
Yep. So again, we are Facebook Live every Monday. At 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. Shows will be uploaded a couple of days later too. So I have shows out there, of course, from previous shows, but this show won't be uploaded probably until a couple of days. But Spotify, Roku, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. So go over there and listen to some previous podcasts if you want to. It's all author, writer, and wannabe stuff. This is an author's podcast. So we have a few more questions, and then we're going to have to wrap it up because it is 7:47 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Wannabe Donn, after hearing this conversation, what's one action you'll take this week?
It is to start putting ideas on paper.
Oh, I love it.
It's just to start writing. That's what it is. I mean, I've talked about it long enough. It's
so
time
what fear are you ready to release?
Of it not being perfect.
Oh, not being perfect.
Because I can be a perfectionist, like I said, and I just.
Now, Rainey, did you have that fear? I don't know if we talked about that. Not being perfect.
Yeah, I think I did a little bit at the beginning, and then once I got to a point where I was like, okay, I need to get it out.
Yeah.
I let it be messy, and then I went back because I've read this book probably 100 times now and just cleaned it up every little way. I would print off proof copies and annotate them and go through and highlight and tab and all the places I needed to go fix or rework or fix plot holes and do all the things. So
so Donn, let's say you have written this book, right? And you want to go to self-publish it. There's a lot of different self-publishing platforms that you could choose. Let's just say you are publishing both on Ingram and Amazon. Okay. So on Amazon, you can go in and order author copies. Well, what are they called, Rainey? Author copy? No, they're not author copies.
Proofs.
They're proofs. You can order proofs before you even actually put it out for sale. So you let's say you uploaded your manuscript, you uploaded your cover, and you turned it into a book. Okay. Yep. What you can do is go order proof copies. You can order 5. That's what I did. I ordered 5, and I think I sent one. I think I sent another friend one, and then I had one to go through it, make your changes and edits that you maybe missed, and then you can go back into your manuscript, correct that, and then upload it again.
Okay.
And then put your book out for sale. It's a pretty easy process when you do finish that manuscript. Okay. You can create your own cover, honey. It's so easy. And I can help you do that. Or you can hire somebody to do it. But if you want it done for free, I'll help you. And then I'll help you.
Free is good and affordable. I like free.
So. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I did mine myself too. I did mine on Canva and did it myself.
I did.
Now, what about what you're thinking on printed book versus ebook? Are you doing both or?
I did both. I did both.
I'm doing both.
Okay.
Now, Rainey, on Amazon, did you choose that box that says my mind is going blank?
The DMR or whatever.
That when you uploaded the ebook?
The digital rights management?
Yeah. Did you do that?
I did not.
Okay.
So therefore, I did a lot of back and forth with it, actually.
Yeah. So it's not exclusive to Amazon for 90 days.
No, the KDP Select. That's KDP
Select.
That's what I'm talking about. I did not do that.
Okay, good.
I did not do Select. I also did Draft to Digital. So they
Yes.
are publishing. So Amazon is only doing Amazon. Draft to Digital is doing all the other ebooks. And then I have
Write this
Ingram
down,
doing
Donn.
all hard copies.
Donn, write it down. So
Mhm.
Draft to Digital is an ebook, okay? And that disperses to libraries. I mean,
Yeah, a lot of places. I
universities.
did discover
I mean,
they
everywhere.
do not do Google. They don't do the Google Play Store. You have to go do that one separately, but they do like Books A Million, ebooks, and
Yeah.
pretty much every other place, and then the libraries and stuff
Yeah.
for my ebooks. And then Ingram is doing the hard copies for bookstores and all of that.
Yeah. So
and Amazon is doing Amazon.
Write this down, Donn. You want to do if you self-publish, you want to do Amazon, you want to do Draft to Digital, and that is 2, the number 2.
Okay.
And then you want to do Ingram. Now, Ingram is where bookstores, that's where Barnes and Noble ordered my book from to put on the shelf. So bookstores will not go to Amazon to buy your book. If you want your book in bookstores, they have to go to Ingram.
Gotcha.
Okay. So just FYI, write those 3 down. Draft to Digital, Amazon, KDP,
there are a few others too.
KDP
I've
Select,
heard.
and then Ingram. Yeah, those are the main 3, I would say. But also, if you want everybody's book goes to Barnes and Noble when you upload it to Ingram. Okay.
Okay.
Some people think that their books are in Barnes and Noble because it's online, and that is not the case.
No.
Yep. No, and then all those little independent bookstores, that's how they're going to go get it from Ingram.
That's how they're going to go get it too. But you know what? And one bookstore I have in Oklahoma, what I did was order my book through Ingram and sent them. They're doing a I don't know what you call it.
Consignment.
But they got the book,
Like on a consignment?
Yeah, it's consignment. They got 5. They started off with 6 books. Matter of fact, I need to email them and see how my book is performing as far as sales. So they can order some more. But that's how I got my book in that bookstore, consignment. Yeah. But your big bookstores, they won't do consignment. They're not going to do consignment. Okay, a couple more questions I have for you. Donn, if I interview you again next year, where do you want to be?
I'd like to have the book written and published. And if I have another idea, great.
Yeah.
But this is the one that's compelling for now, and I'm comfortable just pushing this one out. But I'd like to have it finished and published.
Okay. I got one more
Once
question.
they start coming, they don't stop.
Right. I think
my Google Drive probably has 10 right now, different stories that I've toyed around with at some point now.
I think he's going to love it. I think he's going to love writing. He loves expressing himself. He just has to get in the groove, I think. I know that man very well. Because that laptop and that iPad is always around you. Just put yourself in the writing mood.
Yeah.
So, hey, Donn, so I know you're not a late night man. So when is the best time you think your brain would be working better in order to start writing? So that's what you got to figure out too.
Yeah, early in the morning.
Early in the morning when you wake up?
Yeah.
You don't drink coffee, do you?
No, I don't drink coffee.
Yeah. Maybe get something to get you going, get that mind going.
Yeah. Definitely in the morning.
For a good run in the morning.
What's that?
Go for a run or something in the morning.
He just had knee surgery. He can't run anywhere.
Don't go run. Don't go run.
The surgery. I'm barely walking. So
he's barely walking, but he's walking. Thank God.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Rainey.
Progress.
If someone is scared, what's their first step, you think?
Immersion. Do your research, immerse yourself in the area that you want to write. Read the other things, read the people you admire, and do the research on what it means to be an author and how to get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I hope that you guys got some good insight, practical tips, and advice from this show. This show was called From Wannabee to Author, and I have a wannabe on here who is wanting to write a book, and now he is going to put his mind to start writing this book early in the morning. And I'm going to call him, since he is a good friend of mine, I'm going to call him next week and see if he has started. I'm going to give him a week, And Miss Rainey, she has a book coming out in 2 weeks. She is a self-published author. And Rainey, again, tell the people where they can purchase a book. Now, do you have a website, Rainey?
I do. It is
Okay.
just raineypavo.com.
Yeah.
The
And
links
spell that
for
for the
all of the
people.
purchase.
Spell that for the people who are just listening.
Yeah, RAINEYPAVO.com.
Okay. So again, Rainey Pavo, you can get her book on her website and she'll send you an autographed copy. If you want to get my memoir, The Daughter of the Innocent Man, you can get mine on my website. I also have 2 children's books. I have a self-help discovery journal and I have 2 coloring books. I am writing a romance novel now along with a youth book, ages 9 to 12. And I'm hoping when I get out of this writer's block, I'm hoping I will have those 2 finished by summertime. What is this? February. Oh, I'm going to have. So I'm going to give myself a date.
Yeah, so I can be expecting an art copy soon, right?
Yeah. I'm going to get yeah. So this is February 16th. I need to decide which book I want to finish first because I'm like going back and forth. I don't want to confuse a romance and this kid's book. So I need to just put my mind to focus on one book at a time.
I was writing 2 at one time in November, December, and I kind of found it helpful because like I would get writer's block on one, I got stuck, so I would jump to the other for a week and then come back, and I was like, oh yeah, this is where I was. This is where I was trying to go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
I think I'm going to figure this out this week, by the end of this week, which one I want to finish writing and just jump on it. Because both books are good. This kids book that I'm writing is ages 9 to 12 and it's called The Boy Who Found a Home because I'm adopted. So it's about a little boy. He's 10 years old and he's gone from house to house and he finally found an adoptive family. So it's going to be for all of the kids who have gone through the foster care system, and adoptees. So I really want to work with adoptees. In that, sense. And this other one is just a nasty, erotic novel.
Even better. I'll be on your team for sure.
It's just a little nasty.
It's
just
mine too. Don't worry, it's fine.
All right, so I do appreciate you, Rainey. I do appreciate you, Donn. Is there anything else you want to say before we end this call?
Thank you for this. This was helpful.
Oh, you are so welcome. Make sure to stay on so we can chat a little bit when I end this live stream. All right. Okay. All right. Find us next Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I do know what the topic is.
I was going to ask.
It is writing a memoir. And I'll have, I know I have one guest on. I may add another guest, but join us on Facebook Live at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that is Noelle Daniels Live. Or you can find us on Google. You can find us on Apple. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Roku, YouTube. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.